Hello, everybody. Welcome to Brooks Knows Baseball. This is going to be our weekly podcast here. We release every Monday. Over the weekend, looking at some of our numbers, we had roughly 30 new subscribers, almost 4,000
Great.
views, interactions, tons of likes, tons of comments. So maybe we're starting to pick up some steam here.
Hey, and is it too premature to mention we are in negotiations with two people to sponsor us, major companies?
Very, very premature, but. Yeah, so today's again, if you're new here, thank you for coming along. If this is your first time, please give some other videos a listen, a like, a comment, share. Let us know what you guys are thinking. But yeah, let us know how we're doing. So today's episode, I think, is a good, perfect time to cover the AllStar game, which the rosters just got released here, 2 or 3 hours ago. The full rosters with the reserves and everything like that. So I think just to go ahead and jump right on into it, I'm gonna go ahead and name the American League guys and then the National League guys, and then we will give our breakdowns who got snubbed, who doesn't deserve to be there, and things like that. But starting off with the American League, we got catcher Jonah Heim. I think he deserved it. Starter. Yandy Diaz at first base from Tampa. Marcus Semien from Texas at second base. Josh Young, third baseman from Texas. Corey Seager, another third baseman from Texas. That gives the Rangers 4 All-Star starters when they haven't had one
And
All-Star
they've got
starter in years.
6 players from Texas made the roster too.
And they deservedly so. Outfielder Mike Trout. We'll talk if he really deserved to make it. No. Randy Arozarena, Aaron Judge, and then my new favorite player, Shohei Ohtani.
Best player in baseball.
Well, you kind of got to say so. Then you go to the National League starters. We got Sean Murphy from Atlanta, Freddie Freeman from the Dodgers, Luis Arez, second base from the Marlins, Arenado from St. Louis, Orlando Arcia from the Braves, Acuña from the Braves, Mookie Betts from the Dodgers, Corbin Carroll from Arizona, and J.D. Martinez from the Dodgers. Those are the starters. Going for the pitchers here, back to the American League, we've got Felix Bautista, deserved to be there. Arguably the best closer in baseball. Yinye Cano from Baltimore. Again, Felix Bautista's from Baltimore. So Yinye Cano, the setup man from Baltimore, has been almost unhittable this year. This supports what he's got 1.10 ERA, probably something like that.
Yeah, him and Batista are almost identical.
Yeah.
ERA.
Then we also got taking a look here at Luis Castillo from the Seattle Mariners, Emmanuel Clase from Cleveland, Garrett Cole, Yankees, Nathan Eovaldi from the Rangers, Kevin Gausman from the Blue Jays, Sonny Gray from the Twins, Kenley Jansen from the Red Sox, Michael Lorenzen from the Tigers, who does not deserve to be there, Shane McClanahan from Tampa, Ohtani again, and then Framber Valdez from Houston. And then looking here real quick at the National League, we got Alexis Diaz, his first All-Star game from
Hey,
Cincinnati.
did you say? Hold on. Did you say Lorenzen? Didn't he make it? Did you say him?
I did say him. I said he didn't deserve to make it. Camilo Doval from San Francisco.
Well, hey, hold on now. But when you take the reserves and the pitchers, the managers and the players pick them, am I correct?
I believe so, but
I really don't dispute those.
Well, Detroit had to have a guy. His ERA is extremely high for a relief pitcher. He doesn't deserve to be. He's a guy they had to pick just because they had to get someone from that team.
Kind of like Perez on the KC catcher.
Yeah, then we have Bryce
now.
Elder from the Atlanta Braves, Zach Gallen from the Arizona Diamondbacks, Josiah Gray, his first All-Star appearance, Josh Hader from the Padres, Mitch Keller from the Pirates, Kershaw from the Dodgers, Justin Steele from the Chicago, Spencer Strider from the Braves, first All-Star game, Marcus Stroman and Devin Williams rounding out the pitchers. Looking back to the reserve catchers, for the American League, got Salvador Perez's 8th All-Star selection, and then Adley Rutschman with his first All-Star selection. We got to talk about Perez when we talk about this. But then National League catchers, we got Elias Diaz and Will Smith. Very much deserved, both of those guys, I believe. Infielders for the American League, we got Bo Bichette from Toronto, Vlad Guerrero from Toronto, Whit Merrifield from Toronto.
Hold on, time out. Does Merrifield deserve it this year?
Probably not. We'll look at some stats later. Then we got Jose Ramirez from Cleveland. Nationally, we got Ozzie Albies, Pete Alonso. I don't think Pete Alonso deserves it whatsoever, hitting under 215.
He had a home run tonight.
Matt Olson, Austin Riley, Dansby Swanson. Outfitters for the American League, got Yordan Alvarez, deserved it. Adolis Garcia deserved it. Austin Hayes, absolutely the top hitter. Is he still top hitter in American League? He has been the last 2 weeks. Deserves it. Luis Robert Jr., another guy who deserves it. National League, Nick Castellanos, yes. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., yes. Juan Soto, no. I don't know why they pick Juan Soto there. But going for the designated hitter, Brent Rooker, awesome to see him there. I know him well from the time in Kansas City with him, as well as Minnesota. Jorge Soler from the National League, and that is the roster. So, who should be there? Who got left off, and who's on there that shouldn't be there?
Well, Mookie Betts, what are his numbers? Tell me. And JD Martinez. Both see that to me falls under popularity contest. Same with Trout. Trout's having his worst year of his career other than his brief rookie year. When he come up late in the year, had like 123 at bats or something. I don't see those guys making it. I mean, how could you say Trout's having a better year than Hayes in the outfield? Robert, Alvarez. You can't. I don't think.
No, Mookie's hitting 271. It's not necessarily
That's
bad.
not all-star numbers. How about JD Martinez? JD, I'm old as Moses Martinez.
Well, I don't know. Let's see. Just keep going with your list, y'all. I'll pull some stats.
Oh, okay. Well, those guys I think should make it. I'm not going to disagree with anybody that managers players pick because I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna say this in all the years that they've had fan voting. To me, this is probably the best voting job that people did because you can't really the American League other than Trout and you could still. Trout's a good fielder and everything too. I mean, he's having an okay year by most people's standards, but not his. Um, I mean, the voting wasn't bad in either league except for the Betts and the Martinez. And you notice a pattern here: Trout, Betts, and Martinez, all from L.A. Big population, boom, popularity contest. And something else that hit me: is this the American League versus Atlanta? Atlanta's got 8 players on the roster. Freddie Freeman and Swanson are on it, who were Atlanta guys recently. There's 10 right there, just off the top of my head. Think of that. What's that tell you about Atlanta and their poor farm system that they rate bad? Yeah, they produce some players.
Let me cut you. I think it's a good time to talk about Martinez's stats. He has almost he'll have 20 home runs and 60 RBIs by the All-Star break. That's pretty impressive.
Okay, I apologize.
I mean, but his average is 259, so that's a little low there. But he's got some good power numbers.
He's productive, so I'll give him that. Okay, my
then
mistake. I apologize.
Mookie Betts, 22 home runs, 56 RBIs, and batting 271, 372 on base percentage.
I still think there's better guys than him. They left off Spencer Steer in Cincinnati. His numbers aren't quite as good as his, but he's having a hell of a year on that team. Lamont Wade, Christian Walker, they got left off. What about, what is it, from San Francisco, Thairo Estrada, was it? Thairo?
Yeah.
Is he still hitting? Because remember, he was ripping. He
Yeah.
didn't even get picked. Arizona, Marte at second base, left him off his really good numbers. Goldschmidt. Who would you rather have, Goldschmidt at DH or Martinez?
I agree.
Me, Goldschmidt. In American League, in Wander Franco, is he not having a good year?
I would say yes, he's having a very good year.
How about Luke Raley on Tampa? What is his numbers this year?
I don't have him in front of me right now.
Okay, well, he's doing Cal Raleigh's great catcher, but
Cal Raleigh deserves to be there over
Perez.
Perez is hitting 253 this year. He has good power.
If they're going to pick someone from that team, look, isn't it Prado? Is he still hitting okay?
Oh no! Oh no! They no.
And
I know you have to pick one guy, and the only reason they pick him because who?
I'd pick Witt.
Yeah, but the name recognition is not there just yet for him.
Oh.
So that's, I mean, I just think, let's look at catchers real quick. Jonah Heim, I think 100% deserves a start. I know you and I disagree on that, but he 100%.
Okay,
he's got wait. He's got better. I'm a homer as they come with the Orioles. Jonah Heim has better thrown runners out, better fielding percentage, better on base, better RBIs, better home runs, better average. What else do you need?
I'm serious about that. If you were a scout,
I'm not asking about
and you give them an eyeball test, who would you pick? Who would you want on your team?
If you look at them right now, how they're performing right now, who's better? Right now, who's better?
I'd take Rushman right now.
You're wrong. In every statistical metric, you're wrong. You are wrong.
Numbers lie sometimes, homeboy, and you know
he's better every number you look at, every single one.
Is Barry Bonds the home run king? Numbers say he is, but is he? No.
That's different.
That's what I'm telling you. Numbers lie.
No, there's
Number
been
5.
no evidence whatsoever of the Jonah
Dean
Heim
Kramer's
cheating.
got like 8 wins, and he's a terrible pitcher for Baltimore.
Wins and pitching is much different.
But I'm
Because
just saying,
an average, if you get a home run, you get it yourself. If you get on
if you
base, you
watch
get it
if
yourself.
you watch Heim and you watch Rushman side by side, you wouldn't pick Heim one time.
Well,
Hell, the
yes, you
Orioles didn't
would.
want him. The Orioles got rid of him. Didn't even want
Jonah
him.
Heim has played 74 games. He has 273, but has 41 runs. Rutschman has 38, so he has more runs. Rutschman, Rutschman
What are
does
their
have
on base percentages?
on base percentage is 334 to 374. So Rutschman has a beaten on base percentage. He's
Was
down 268 to 282 in
but
the
who's
average.
hey who got the big hit today and started rallying, brought him back?
The
Rushman.
strikeouts are virtually the same.
And
Rutschman
how
has
many at
30
bats?
more
Got
walks.
more at bats, huh?
Looking at RBIs, Jonah Heim has 21 more
And
RBIs.
Rushman's a
He
switch
has
hitter
more home runs. He has more
by one.
doubles. He has more doubles, and defensively, he's better
Hey,
on the board.
can
His
I ask
on
you a
his
question? Can
his
I ask you a
slugging is
question?
484 to 415.
Hold on,
Jonah
hold
Heim
on.
deserves to start.
Okay, put Jonah Heim in the Orioles lineup and put Rushman over there. Who's going to be a better hitter?
You
Who has
can't you can't you
protection?
can't fault him for that. It's
No,
not his
but
fault.
yeah, but Rutschman has no protection. Mullins can't hit anymore. No one around him hits anymore. Santander is
I think
overrated.
Rushman deserves it, but he did not deserve to start over Heim. There's no
We'll
possible
agree to
way.
disagree. When you learn baseball, you come back just kind of like the
You're
Otani thing.
wrong. All right, if you're watching this, comment below. Who deserved to start? Jonah
Okay,
Heim, who
and
is
you asked
statistically across
32
the board,
general managers.
offensively and defensively.
You
Of
asked
course, you're going to
32.
pick Adley Rutschman because
That's
Jonah
right.
Heim's 4 or 5 years older. We're not talking about career projections. We're talking about right now who deserves to start,
The
and Jonah
best
Heim
thing,
deserves to start.
the best thing Heim did all year was cut his disgusting, terrible hair
And
because he
become
looked
the
like a
best
girl.
batter in baseball. So if the season ends today, he'd win the Silver Slugger. I guess he don't deserve that, then does he?
No,
And he'd
no.
probably win the Gold Glove as well. But so if he wins the Silver Slugger and Gold Glove, you still think he had a better, worse season? You're an idiot. You're stupid.
Nope.
Yes,
Hey,
you are.
I've watched baseball and I look at them and I know Rutschman is a much better ball player than that guy will ever be.
Statistically, no, he's not right now.
Okay.
And
Okay.
don't say in 5 years because 5 years, I like Rutschman, and I think in 5 years he will be a better catcher.
let's
Right
compare
now, he
life.
is not better
Let's
than Jonah Heim.
what their
Right,
lifetime averages then. How about that?
lifetime doesn't matter this year, does it?
Okay, but I'm just saying. But
I'm just saying
anyway,
you're saying the career. It's right now. The All Stars right now. He is not better than Adley Rutschman right now.
well,
I
the
mean,
system
Adley
messed
Rutschman's
up
not better
anyway.
than Jonah Heim right now.
He won the vote in the first. He dominated it, and then somehow all of a sudden they have some second round bullshit crap, and Heim's suddenly first.
Because they probably put their stats right together. People saw the stats online and immediately voted for him.
Well, we should
Jonah
move
Heim
on.
deserves a start. Well,
We
you're
should
wrong.
move on.
But looking at the stats here, Salvador Perez is the third best American League catcher. So I guess via on OPS. So I guess he does deserve it there.
Can you believe the Yankees? Had, am I right? 2 players picked.
Garrett Cole was one of them. Who else?
And Judge won't even play probably.
Yeah, Goldschmidt I think deserved. Well, I don't know because Matt Olson he got picked correct.
Yeah, no, yeah. He deserved it.
So he deserved it. Freddie Freeman deserved it, and Spencer Steer. But Spencer Steer didn't make it, did he?
No, he should have.
Steer deserved it because look, I mean, statistically here, he's got 14 home runs, 50 RBIs, hitting 283. Definitely deserved it.
And he's leading that team.
And Pete Alonso's hitting 221. Pete Alonso, I don't like him. I just don't like him. I think he's a big goofy dipshit.
He's a big polar bear.
I don't like him. I don't like him. He's
He
like people think it's funny like Gronkowski. I think Gronkowski's
Hey, let me tell you
a
this. Guess what?
four-letter D word. It
Guess who
begins
hit
with an
another?
I and ends in an O.
Who
The
for
LB
who?
in it.
Who
Well,
Alonso?
I think Alonso's similar like Gronkowski, just big fat
Big mouth.
DILDOs.
Yeah, it's like he does the home run derby every year because that's his claim to fame. Because the Mets suck and he's never going to the playoffs, so it's the only time he gets seen.
Did Nate Lowe from Texas? Was he a reserve?
Nope.
I mean, he doesn't. His power numbers aren't what they were last year. He's still hitting 280. His give you really good defense.
I think it's really impressive how Josh Young made it as a rookie.
He's rookie of the year, 100% rookie of the year right now.
Yeah, and who's the National League? I think Elder is on the National League.
Rookie of the year? I think you're missing someone out in the desert.
Who?
Corbin Carroll.
Okay, look at Elder's numbers.
Corbin Carroll's the MVP arguably right now.
Elder's numbers are lights out pitching, buddy.
Corbin Carroll has 83 hits this year, 17 home runs, 44 RBIs, 290, has 24 stolen bases. He's the rookie of the year. He's an MVP candidate right now. He's the best left fielder before I say it, let me make sure. He's the best right fielder in baseball right now, I'd say.
Better than Santander.
Yeah.
Tony had another home run day.
No, I do know that. I do know.
Mm-hmm.
Going to second base here, I can tell Marte didn't make it.
Right.
He's hitting 285, 15 home runs, 44 RBIs. That's a big snub, I believe him. For other guys, I agree with it. Shortstop, what do you think about that?
RC, what are his numbers?
Arcia?
Uh-huh.
Or was he a shortstop? Because I'm looking here, he ain't
Uh-huh.
top 16.
Well, he's a shortstop. Well,
Um,
one thing, if you vote at the stadium like you used to, or they push it, Atlanta probably leads the league in attendance or right in the top 3 or 4. Every game I look, they got over 40,000 people there.
yeah.
Because I don't think he was that special. I mean, he's all right. But anyway, so basically, really, you could say it's a good job by the fans this year because the three I don't like, that's debatable. That's personal opinion. So really, the fans did a great job. And so I mean, but then some of these guys that are snubbed, there's no room for them. You know,
Well, what
I mean,
about Carlos Estevez? He's perfect
yeah,
on his save opportunities from Los Angeles Angels. Perfect. He's 21 for 21. His ERA is really good at 1.85. He's arguably the best closer in the American League right now, and he doesn't get picked.
right, yeah, he's good. I've seen
And
him.
what's really weird is Yenya Cano got picked. How many times did you see a relief pitcher get picked? I mean, it's
Well,
impressive
they
what
picked
he's
4
doing, and
relief
he
pitchers.
deserves it. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but if I was a voter and it became Estevez, I'd probably have chosen Estevez because it's higher leverage situations that he's in.
Right, and they put 4 relief pitchers from each side. They picked.
Yeah, and the
Um,
Orioles have two of them.
how bad is it when Bichette isn't a starter? But Seager's numbers are better. You can't
Yeah.
argue with that. That was a good pick. Texas
What
deserved it.
I also want to say David Bednar deserved to be there. 16 to 17 save opportunities, 1.4 ERA.
Well,
He
what
didn't
hurt
make
them
it.
is I know they stink, and Keller's a great pitcher, man. I'd love to have him.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, so
Joe
and they got
Ryan too. I want to say something about him. He I think was a big snub for the Twins. He did not make it. I think Joe Ryan absolutely deserved to make it. He's been up there all year.
well, he may end up making it because McClanahan probably won't pitch.
And
He's
I
got
don't
hurt.
think Joe Ryan. His ERA is decent, but there's an argument to be made. His WHIP's .9, which is really good on his WHIP. Looking at a couple other guys here, I think. I don't know if Austin Hayes. We need to talk about Austin Hayes. He definitely deserved it. He has become one of the best all-around players. I mean, he
Great
gives you
arm too,
good
buddy.
defense. Gives you,
Underrated.
yeah, he gives you good defense. Right now, looking at the stats, let's see. He is
310, 309, something like that neighborhood.
yes. So let me see.
But
Austin
didn't
Hayes
he
is
come out of the
three
game today?
twelve.
He got hurt today.
He did get hurt today, so we'll see if he even
How bad
plays.
is
He's dropped to third in hitting in the American League, um, behind Yandy Diaz. Yandy Diaz's on base percentage is 403. Wow,
That's how
wow,
it wins. That's
wow.
Moneyball.
And then Bichette obviously is a fantastic player, my MVP pick still, which he's not going to be MVP because Otani's going to get it. Verdugo, I could have seen Verdugo making it 295 hitter this year. Someone you said is not any good. I told you he's good. Josh Naylor didn't make it 301. I think there's an argument for him to make it. Yoshida didn't make it, hitting 305, 40 plus home runs. He didn't make it. I mean, you can go on and on. There's arguments I think to be made for tons of players, but the guys that made it, most of them, I'd say 99%, only they deserved it. It's
Yeah,
tough.
I think it's a pretty good job overall.
Yeah. Yep.
But
But
that's all I have to say about that.
all right, T-Bone. Let's look at well, we're already on the stats real quick. Let's take a look. We'll do the stats and then we'll run through the standings real quick here. We're just going to
Let's
jump
do
through.
it, Lone Star Jr.
So we got, looking at the home run leaders, Otani, 31, maybe 32. I don't know if these are updated yet. 31 home runs. Matt Olson, 28. Pete Alonso, 25. Luis Robert, 24. Wow. Did you realize he was
Let's
second in the American League?
Can
I
we
did not realize
flash
that.
back to preseason When I
No,
said
we
about
cannot. We can keep going though, but we got Mookie Betts at 22, Kyle Schwarber 22 as well. Going to the hit leaders in the entire Major League Baseball, Luis Arraez, not surprisingly, still there. He's slumping, only hitting 389 now. Bo Bichette, Ronald Acuña, Freddie Freeman, all leading the way there. Take a look at the RBI leaders for this season so far. We do have Ohtani 68, Matt Olson 68, Adolis Garcia from the Rangers at 67, Rafael Devers, another snub who probably should have made it 66 home runs. Then let's look at
home
quickly here.
runs,
66 RBIs, sorry. Teoscar Hernandez, this is going to go kind of the opposite end of the spectrum, the most strikeouts in baseball right now. He's 111 strikeouts in just 300 at-bats. Whoa. Then we go
Seattle.
to Ryan McMahon, yes, he's got 106 strikeouts, and we got Kyle Schwarber as well with
He's the
106
mod.
strikeouts.
He's the National League equivalent of Gallo.
Yes, yes, he is. Then let's take a look quickly here at some pitching. Justin Steele leads the. No, he does not. There's no way he leads the way. Hold on, I think my stats
He's,
are messed up.
yeah, but yeah, still good.
Justin, he's the leader in ERA this year. It's shocking to me. Yes, yes, I do. Then we got Bryce Elder at 2.4, Framber Valdez 2.4, Sonny Gray at 2.5. We did not get the win today. Taking a look here at this
Wasn't his
save.
fault.
No, it wasn't. He did pretty good here. Then look at the
The
save leaders.
Orioles and the Twins reversed roles from yesterday. The Orioles didn't hit yesterday. They hit just enough today to win in a low-scoring ball game.
Yeah. Then looking at here quickly here, we're going to burn through this here because we're running a little bit late. Got Emmanuel Clase leading the way with 24 saves. Camilio Doval 24. Jordan Romano 24. They're all lined up there even. Then you got Alexis Diaz, who I guess he's the better Diaz brother now because the other one's hobbling around there. New York
His
City.
numbers, he's stout, man. I've seen him pitch two, three
Very
times
good. They
recently.
got Felix Bautista, arguably the best one, with a 1.1 ERA, 22 saves. One thing we have to mention about Felix Bautista, so he says almost say 39 innings, okay?
The Mountain.
Okay. 39 innings, 79 strikeouts. Did he strike out the side today? I think he struck out the side today.
I think he did.
Unreal. He's striking out almost three guys an inning. I mean, it's over two guys per inning. I've never seen this in my life.
Hey, you know what? It's another real quick, another subject for another day. But I just want to mention, I watched every Orioles game, but I did not watch today because it's on Peacock. I'm not paying for something else. I have the baseball package. I have the radio deal on my phone for Major League, and so I refuse to pay for another one. You buy the package, you ought to see all the games. They shouldn't do that to people.
Correct.
You know, they got an Apple one on Friday, so you might miss that game, and the Sunday Peacock. That's ridiculous.
I
But
agree. I agree.
that's I don't. They're ripping people off. I'm sorry.
Yep, and then we'll touch this strikeouts here. We'll get out of the way here. We don't want to get more than 25 minutes here, but Spencer Strider, not surprisingly, 155 strikeouts. Kevin Gausman, 146. Shohei Ohtani, 127. Pablo Lopez and Zach Gallen, respectively, 126 and 120. So those are some of the big stats we touched on right there. We talked about the All-Star snubs, everything like that. So T-Bone, if you want to give any closing thoughts, we'll wrap it up here, get it out. Like I said, we want to keep it around 20, 25 minutes. But if you're here again, we've kind of really expanded this weekend. We've had a really good weekend. Over thousands of views. Ads are finally starting to show up on our videos, which is cool to see. We got almost 30 subscribers already.
The viewing time's way up too, isn't it?
Viewing times way up, which is great for us. Just keep going. We're trying to talk to some former MLB players as well, some pitchers, get them on the show. Trying to boost some popularity here. We're in contact with them, but yeah, T-Bone, let you do their sign off here. Give us 15 seconds.
Well, that's all, folks, for Brooks Knows Baseball, and good night to Lone Star JR.
Happy birthday, America. Good night, everybody.
God bless America.